Hey guys, good morning. Jeff here. Listen, just want to get you up to date on what I got going on the bench. I got my 8-wheel stretch Batmobile limo. That's going to be a project coming up. It needs a little bit of front end work, so we'll be getting to that eventually. I've been having a blast over here with the trikes. I can't take them off the track. I've been having such a good time with them. The headless, gas tankless trike, I have some Illuminite, should be here shortly. The Illuminite I still have, it has about a 6-month lifespan, so I'm not going to use it. So I've got some coming, and I can't wait to finish that thing up. I know originally when I first started doing the second trike over here, I said, hey, I'm going to do it just to make a video on how to do it and put the thing up on eBay. Guys, this thing is absolutely fast. It's faster than my Thunder bike, and it's faster than the other trike, So I don't know if that thing's going to go back on eBay or not. I really don't. I'm digging it. Plus, they're fun to race together. They're an absolute blast to race together. All right, and over here, I know, odd but true, a magnet traction on my bench. Really, a magnet traction on my bench. This is not mine. We had a barbecue recently, and one of the neighbors, he says, I've got a slot car. And I had no idea he was in slot cars. And I said, go get it. If it needs any restoration, I'll take care of it. Well, I didn't know it was going to be the magnet traction. And I can do it, but I really don't like taking the things apart. Reason being is, if you guys are familiar with the magnet traction chassis, where the brushes go, there's 2 little springs, and you got to put the brushes in, then you got to put the engine plate on. I hate that part. It's like, who designed that? You know, I mean, just make it tough for us to work on it. I crave the standard T-Jet chassis compared to the magnet traction. It's fast, it runs good, but just give me a standard T-Jet chassis any day. I know a lot of guys like how fast they are and whatnot, but man, give me a standard T-Jet chassis. The only issue we have going on is his tires. These are his tires. The front broke, they're both broke, and they're getting ready to crumble, and the back ones are the sponge. And there's a little pliability to it, but they spin on the rim. They're not good. So what I did is I ordered him some new old stock front and rear tires. He's gonna be pleased as punch to have this thing running again. The body, the front grille, a lot of the yellow was showing through, so I re-chromed that. Came out really good, didn't it? I mean, look at that. Looked really good. And I used the VRP to get some high luster on the body and everything. I mean, it came out really nice. He hasn't seen it yet, so when I put this thing back together, he's going to be just absolutely pleased with it. And I never want to do one of these again. I really don't. I'm going to stick with the T-Jet chassis unless somebody twists my arm real hard. All right, so today I've got a Johnny Lightning, Led Zeppelin. I've had this push car probably, I'm thinking, probably 25 years when they come out, 90, like 2006, 2007. I don't know when they came out, but when they came out, I heard about it, I grabbed this. Now you guys have heard me talk about this before. If it's on the card and I have it, it's probably gonna come off. Guess what? It's time. I've always wanted to take this thing. I love playing Zeppelin. I play it on the guitar. I really like Zeppelin. I always thought, you know, if I do take this thing off, I want to turn it into a slot car. So that's what we're going to be doing today, guys. All right, let me go ahead and find some, I tell you what, you know, I haven't cut into this thing and it's still on the card. Let's do this just for fun. Let's do a quick search on eBay what these things go for. I'm guessing probably 25, 35, maybe over 35. I don't know. Let's do a quick search. Let's do this. Let's search for the Led Zeppelin, Johnny Lightning Led Zeppelin. Just find out what they're going for these days. What do we got? 38. Okay, 49. Oh, that's for the 2 of them. We have 9, 32, 39. Okay, so if you want to get into the project, just the unless you have one, but they cost about 40 bucks. Wow. Okay. I don't care. I want a Led Zeppelin slot car. Okay, so that was interesting. So about 40 bucks if you just want to get into the project. Again, you'd have to have like the chassis, whatever chassis costs it, again, unless you got one. So I'm gonna grab some scissors and we're gonna get this bugger open. Okay, just got the scissors out and got it off the card, and it looks like there's, I don't know if that thing in the center, there's a sticker or what, but it's a nice little display, even if the bus isn't in there. Got the bus over here, and my gosh, it's gorgeous. I've always seen it through the plastic. I've never held it or anything like that, and it is just absolutely beautiful. So first thing we gotta do is figure out how to discombobulate it, because we gotta get that push chassis off to get the T-Jet chassis. I scrounged up a T-Jet chassis and I touched it to the transformer a bit ago. It works. It probably needs to be clean, should be clean for this project. And I was just thinking about it, we're probably gonna have to use the longer axles, and I got some tires with the hub, so if we're using those, the longer axles make sense. I got a couple of screws and a guide pin, and I've got my screw post material there, because we're gonna definitely need that. Okay, so let's go ahead and look at the bottom of this thing and figure out how we get it apart. Okay, good. Looks like it's pretty straightforward. We have the one rivet up front here. So I'm gonna go ahead and get my drill, and it should only take just a few seconds to drill that out. And the push chassis should just fall out. That's what we want. All right, good. I got my drill out. I'm ready to go ahead and get that rivet out. Give me just a sec. Boy, it took just a bit, hardly any time at all, just to ground that head down. Let me go ahead and do this. Yeah, there you go. That should just pop out. Okay, let's see what we got in here. We're gonna need front and back screw post, but also we might be using the front tire assembly here a little bit. We might have to, and I'll figure it out here. Yeah, we might have to like cut this and then use the front axle there, or that area. I don't know, we'll see how it plays out. But first, let me go ahead and get the chassis at least cleaned up and run a little bit better. Okay, I tell you what, just looking at the chassis straight away, boy, it looks dry, like it hadn't had any oil on it for probably, and I'm serious, decades. So let's go ahead and pull this thing apart, just a sec. Very good, we got the chassis torn apart. Don't look too bad, Bottom of the com plate, pretty good. We got to clean up the contacts there, you know, the brushes, springs. I'll clean the brushes again just by rubbing them on the paper there. The shoes and the engine clamp, we'll just clean those up with the wire Dremel brush. So let me get to doing some cleaning and see if we can get this thing oiled back up and running real good. Tell you what, using that wire Dremel brush really makes quick work of it. I got the springs cleaned, the brush springs in there. The bottom of the com plate looks real good. The idler gear, great. Both shoes, they're sparkling clean right now. And I got the brushes, everything's clean. Let's go ahead and put it back together. A couple drops of oil. Okay, very good. Got it reassembled. Got a long axle in the back there. Let's go ahead and put on the transformer. I turned it on just a second ago. Let's go ahead and get it on here and see what we get. Oh yeah, that's running good. That's running real good. Fantastic. Okay, here's one point. You guys know that the Johnny Lightning, the body's made out of metal, which is much heavier than the plastic, right? And when I first started doing the conversions, I thought, wow, is a T-Jet chassis going to be able to handle the weight of the metal? Yes, effortlessly. They have enough power to handle it, and they do very well. So don't even let that be a consideration. One thing that I did discover is, due to the added weight, it's kind of like the body is being a belly pan, so to speak, adding a little bit of extra weight. So when you hit the juice, you're going to get some traction right away. Okay, good. Next thing we got to do is, start fitting this up in there. We got to get the screw post, and I got some styrene tubing there, and we're going to start doing some measurements and figure out where the screw posts are going to go. Okay, good. The styrene tubing that I use is real good for the screw post. The inside diameter of that hole there, you got to put like a little bit of glue. You got to get a little bit of glue. And here's the glue that I use. It's a Scotch glue, maximum strength adhesive. You can find it on eBay. And I use it. I just put like a little dab in there, and then the standard T-jet screws will hold there really, really, really good. So you put a little bit of the glue in there, let it dry, and then put the screws in, and then you've got a screw post that's gonna work. That's gonna work. So let me go ahead and get the inside of that tubing with a little bit of glue. Don't let it dry. Okay, it's been a bit, the glue's dried, and I just threaded the screw in there, and it fits snug. It fits real snug. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna attach it to the back of the chassis, and then we're gonna find out how much length we should cut to make the back screw post for that bus. Okay, good. I got the styrene tubing attached to the back of the chassis. That's screwed in tight. We're probably not going to have to use all the tubing, but there's plenty there. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make an eyeball guesstimate and cut it down, and we'll probably have to sand it down to make sure that it fits just right. Another thing we gotta do is the back tires are gonna line up with the back wheel wells. We got that. But the front tires on the chassis, I'm probably gonna paint the hubs black, and just so you don't see them whatsoever. And then for the front tires here, they're not going to be really supporting the bus much or at all. Yeah, probably much at all. And they're going to be more for show. So that's the way that's going to play out. Okay, so let me go ahead and trim down this tubing. Fantastic. Cut that screw post ground down a bit. We're going to put the tires on the back axle. We'll get some hubs and tires for the front axle. Again, those are going to be the ones that we're just going to probably paint black and make sure that they don't show through or anything like that. So let me go ahead and get those out of my parts bin over there. Just a sec. Just got the back hubs and tires on. I scrounged up some hubs for the front there. They look horrible. We're going to paint those black. Got some tires as well. And I got a short axle. So they're literally going to be hidden. They're going to be working, but they're going to be hidden underneath. All right, guys, we are looking good. We're looking good. Let me get the transformer. I just want to see what it's going to look like around the track. Yeah, there we go. Kind of looks funny with the screw posts up there like that, but it's doing real good. Got some juice to it too. Good. Okay, very, very, very good. We're in good shape. Okay, let's figure out what it's going to look like with the bus buddy on top. What do you think? Looks real good if we wanted to do like a permanent wheelie, huh? I don't think so. I don't think so. Okay, obviously the front screw post is going to have to be shortened a little bit. But what's interesting is, I had it here just a second ago, when you line the back wheel wells up properly to where they're gonna need to be, let me go ahead and take this out. The front screw post hits right about here in between. It's like right on the curve here and sticks over just a little bit. I don't want to glue it to something like that. I really don't, because just a little bit of it is right there, but a lot of it is more over. So I don't want to do that. So what I'm thinking about doing is taking a piece of styrene and gluing it here, but like a little plank that sticks out a little bit. Then I'll glue the screw post to that. That way, it will have a nice flat, flush surface to glue to. So let me go ahead and get some styrene and see if we can get that going. I have been asked a number of times as far as the screw post, and here's what they are: the strip styrene, and they're made by, what is it, Evergreen Scale Models. And I've got some like blank square ones, and I've got some of the ones that I use for the screw post. Again, I've been asked that numerous times, and I keep forgetting, but they are from Evergreen Scale Models. That's who makes this stuff, guys. Okay, I just cut a little nub of that styrene off, and I'm going to glue it right there. What are the numbers there? The 7. I'm going to glue it right there, and it should be like a little board I can glue the screw post to. But it's going to be much better off this way, gluing to something flat and square rather than trying to round it and everything. So let me go ahead and get it glued up. All right, I got that piece of styrene glued in. It is time just to let it dry. That's where we're at right now. Tell you what. This front wheel assembly, we're probably going to cut that off right flush with the where it starts to get bigger there, and where the hole is that we ground out the rivet, we're going to glue that back, but we're going to use our tires and stuff and our hubs, and but we'll use that assembly. Okay, good. Just got it in the vise there. I'm going to take my flat blade and just cut right along there. Should just take a few minutes to get through there, then it should just break right off. Okay, it took a little bit, but I got that front piece cut off there. That will hold the front axle in place on the bus. Again, where is it? There it is. Those tires, the blacked out ones, they'll be the ones on the track. These will just be, I don't want to say for show, they'll be doing something, but again, more or less for show. I know the back screw post is cut pretty good. The front screw post is going to have to come down some. After things dry a bit, I'll go ahead and do this. I'll go ahead and adjust the front screw post. For right now, just going to let things dry. Everything's still drying over there. I just want to take advantage of this time to address the front axle assembly here. I got a piece of styrene tube. I'm going to put it on the axle. Then I'm going to glue the whole thing to that front piece there where the front axle should go. So when we put it in the bus, it's going to fit up in line just perfectly. So let me go ahead and do that. I'll go ahead and put the tubing on that axle, then we'll go ahead and get it glued in there. Okay, good. We got the front wheel assembly drying. I spun the tires and the makeshift axle holder there, and they work fine. So we just got to let this stuff dry, guys. In about an hour or so, we're going to be good to go. Should be good to go. We'll start assembling it. Okay, good. We just got this out, and it's dry, and everything looks good on it. And I swapped the tires out and the hubs out for the tough ones. I think that's going to go a little bit better on the front end here. Now we still have to lower the front screw post. We're going to go ahead and do that next. We'll get that seated just right. Got that front screw post ground down pretty good. We'll probably have to do a little bit more, but probably not a whole bunch. Back screw post, maybe just a slight bit more. But just to make sure that everything's going to work good, I'm going to put this the front assembly here onto the bus and get it in place. And when we put the screw post and adjust the screw post, I want to make sure that those front wheels will be touching just right. All right, that front assembly is in pretty good, and I tested it just a bit ago. It's solid, glue's dried. We're going to go ahead and put the bus onto the chassis, and we're going to see if we still need to grind down the screw post. Give me just a sec. Well, I tell you what, we're getting close. We're getting close. Look at that. Look at that. I got to get a little bit more on the front screw post, maybe some on the back too, but a little bit more on the front screw post. Boy, that's looking good, isn't it? That's looking real good. All right, let me grind a little bit more. Oh boy, I think we got it. It is looking good. Man, look at that. Look at that. Front wheels, they're going, looking good. I think it's time to glue the screw post in place. Anyways, I let everything dry overnight, and the only thing left to do is to give it a shot. I'll show you the transformers on here. Just a sec, let me get it. Oh yeah, there we go. Look at that. Look at that. Boy, I love when they look smooth. Looks good, looks very good. I'm gonna have a ball with this thing. Man, looks good around the track. Again, I've had this piece probably 25 years, and I always thought, hey, listen, if it's gonna come off the card, and it seemed like I always knew it would, I was gonna turn it into a slot car. So I'm glad I did. Project done. That's going right to the collection. That is not going on eBay. I love that thing. All right, guys, again, I got a couple more things coming up. Like I said at the beginning of the video, we got to get the head made for the trike. We also have to get the gas tank made, and we have the stretch Batmobile limo. We're going to do some front end work on that. So we got some cool things coming up, guys. Appreciate you watching the videos. If you have any questions, if you want to get with me, I'm always accessible, guys. Take care. See ya.